Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Branch here, Strike7Sports.com, and today I got a video. Got some new news concerning the Memphis Tigers men's basketball program. Just when you think you would get a day off, you would think you would have a chance to chill for the day. It's just always something with this program, whether it be good, bad, or controversial. Always something. It's a year-round, venture for me. But this latest news that has came out, this morning, is about the possibility of Deshawndre Washington being on the radar of the Memphis Tigers basketball team for this upcoming season. He's in the transfer portal right now. He put his name in the 2023 NBA draft, but decided to not go through with it, and he remains in the transfer portal. Now, this guy, his name has been brought up before a while back, like around June, if I'm not mistaken, as a potential Memphis target, but never came about until now. And the reason is because the Teafale Lenard situation, which I believe right now, there's a significant chance that he may not show up on campus, for the Memphis Tigers basketball program for, various reasons. And I'm hearing that it's because of the academics, things like that. So we just gotta wait and see how it play out. But this goes to show you that just because they decide to commit to Memphis and they take pictures in the uniform and all that other stuff and put it on social media and visit with the program, that doesn't guarantee that they're coming. They're coming to the program. It's a guarantee. It's a done deal when they step on the court, to be honest with you. This is the way I look at it. When they step on the court, open tip off, that's when they're on the team. And now, because we learned this last year with Emmanuel Cope and how he got flipped at the last minute and went up there to Western Kentucky with Slick Rick, who is now one of the assistants at Memphis. But back to this situation right here with Deshawndre Washington. He is, being looked at by Memphis, according to the reports, as a potential player that can come in, that can take over if Teafale Lenard does not get on the court for the program this season. 6'7" guard. He's a wing player. 11.9 points per game from Chicago. Average 6.9 rebounds per game. That's always a plus right here. Memphis can always use the guy, another rim protector, based on how we've seen things play out last year when it came to Memphis. Grabbing rebounds. 3.8 assists. Average 40.6 points per game. No, 40.6 field goal percentage last season with New Mexico State, the Aggies. 6'7" guard, like I said. Can shoot it based on what I've seen. Could defend, play both ends of the court. Explosive, loves to attack the basket, just like, every other Memphis prospect, whether it be transfer portal talent or just players coming out of high school, one of those aggressive type guards that can just play without ball in their hands. And that's what they have. That's what you have in Deshawndre Washington. And now, after hearing this news about him, about Memphis possibly being on his radar, Washington being on Memphis's radar, there's a bit of controversy as well, some baggage, and a lot of people online, I've been looking at the social media, traffic in regards to this situation, is that they don't want nothing to do with this, and they don't want this guy on the program, given the fact that, the Michael Williams situation is up in the air, and they don't want two head cases on the program. You know what I'm saying? And there, I got the story pulled up on my team. I'm going to look up real quick about what went down with him, and this was the situation with New Mexico State. According to this article I got from KRQE News, which I'm assuming is based in New Mexico, Las Cruces, New Mexico. So I'm going to read a few excerpts from it, the article. New Mexico State University has agreed to $8 million to settle a lawsuit over hazing allegations in the men's basketball program. William Deuce Benjamin Jr. and Shakiro, all right, I won't butcher this up, Uduano, accused teammates Dr. Bradley, teammates Dr. Bradley, Kim Aiken Jr., and Deshawndre Washington of sexually harassing and abusing them during the past season. They also say the coaching staff at the university did nothing about it. According to documents, Uduano will receive $3 million, and Benjamin Jr., his father, will receive $4 million. The scandal forced New Mexico State to cancel the last 6 games of the season and cost Coach Greg Harrer his job. State records reveal this is Mexico State's costliest moment in recent history. Quote, they have had the courage to expose what happened to them in order to seek justice. Julie Young's attorney for the plaintiff said during a mid-third news conference, records made public on Wednesday show the state of New Mexico will pay $8 million to settle the lawsuit. Two Aggie basketball players filed in April against the New Mexico State's Board of Regents, its former head coach, and 3 fellow teammates. Quote, it's not mere hazing, it is battery and sexual assault, the lawsuit states. Shaq Anawanu said he felt especially bad for his teammate Benjamin Jr., whose hometown is Las Cruces. They both addressed the lawsuit publicly during a press conference in May. Quote, coming into our freshman years, our concerns should be along the lines of how are we going to play? How are we going to stay on the court? How are we going to be dominating this program? Not, are we going to be safe, Anawanu said. In July of last year, Anawanu was offered a full-ride athletic scholarship to play for New Mexico State basketball. According to the lawsuit, his teammates Kim Aiken Jr., Dr. Bradley, and Deshawndre Washington were frequently inappropriate, disrespectful, degrading, and violent toward their fellow team members, particularly those who were quieter and less accustomed to a rough environment. Anawanu said the victim of harassment for months, including unwanted physical and sexual contact. At least one incident in the shower, the lawsuit states, was filmed by Bradley. Wow. I'm proud of myself that I survived those days when I felt I couldn't, an emotional Benjamin Jr. stated in May. He dreamed of becoming Aggie's basketball player on the heels of his father's legendary career there. My dream turned to a nightmare real quick, and I never expected this to happen to my freshman year. Benjamin added, there's part of me that hasn't been the same now, and I want people to know that. Benjamin claimed he was also a frequent target of the trio since last summer, alleging mental and physical attacks in the locker room and on the board. Coach Harrer and his staff emboldened and empowered Aiken, Bradley, and Washington, giving them substantial power over their teammates, the lawsuit states. Harrer was fired in February. Public records indicate this is one of the highest paid settlements in the university about the university in history. Quote, it tells us that the lawsuit was taken very seriously. Youngers told KRQE News 13, quote, not only was the lawsuit taken seriously by New Mexico State, but the harms that were suffered by my clients. When asked about their confidence in New Mexico State's athletic department ability to move forward and have a successful program, Youngers replied, I hope they can. Quote, I hope they can. Let's make a number of improvements and more oversight. I hope they can fix what I believe were some serious systematic failures that led to all of this happening. All right, man. I'm gonna just cut it short right there. It pretty much was the end of the article. So with that being said, should Penny Hardaway in Memphis pursue this guy? Are there any other options out there besides Deshawndre Washington to fulfill the void that is possibly going to leave behind? You know, because Like I said yesterday in yesterday's video, Lenard is a stout defender, guy that can rebound, block shots, play both ends of the court, high energy player, could possibly go to the NBA next season. Or do you have a guy in mind, a plan B, outside of Deshawndre Washington? Do you believe he is the best available guy that can come in and play in that role? That's what it's going to boil down to. Number two, if you do bring this guy onto the program, are you ready to deal with the backlash that could come with it? Are you ready to deal with, are your PR people ready to deal with that? Are they ready to, are you ready to come up with, damage control? You know what I'm saying? How are you gonna rebuild this guy's image? You know what I'm saying? How is he gonna be handling himself in the media? Because I'm willing to bet that's gonna be, I'm not gonna say any names, but there's gonna be a bunch of think pieces if this guy is brought into this program. And I know NIL is gonna play a factor, as always, with this. But if Penny Hardaway and the rest of the staff, the University of Memphis, is ready to deal with that grenade, jump on that grenade and deal with it, I hope they're prepared. Now, apparently there's been no chart. I'm not sure. I got to go back and look more into the situation, to the case. There's no, I won't say any case pending against him, against Deshawndre Washington. So from that aspect, I believe he got off, but we got to look more into it. To say it was sexual harassment, and with those type of allegations in the shower, things like that, man, that's to say you win the NBA, you put yourself in the NBA draft, but decide to come back, believing you got a chance to get back into a program. Consider himself fortunate. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be up on Penny, man, if he ready to deal with that backlash, man. Now, I know that, like always, if he's good, if he's box office, and it's the program do what I think they're gonna do and be really successful, dominate the AAC, the new AAC layout, I believe all this will go away. And that's how it always works. It's kind of similar to me. I know it's a different type of transgression, somewhat, the Deshaun Watson situation, where teams were interested in Deshaun Watson. They wanted to trade for him, but you had the fan bases, certain media members were clearly against it, didn't want it to happen, based on those type of allegations. And those people themselves have had people dealt with sexual assault, sexual harassment, hazing, things like that. They don't want nothing to do with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to deal with as well. But if Penny Hardaway is ready to deal with that backlash, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But as always, winning cures everything. You can agree or disagree with me saying that, but that's what happens. That's what usually happens with these type of situations. And that's what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson, to be honest with you. I know I'm veering off to like a different topic and all that, but if the Cleveland Browns get to the playoffs, win the AFC North, and make a deep playoff run, that's going out the window. Winning cures everything, whether you like it or not. Because as a society in America, we forget things. People forget things. They got so many different topics going on every day, 24-hour news cycle. People forget. They'll find the next thing to be outraged about. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple. So that's gonna be up to Memphis, man. We're up to Penny Hardaway ultimately to make that call or not. But the last I heard is that he's on the radar. So we'll see how it play out, man. All right, so I'll have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. Do you think the Memphis Tigers should bring on Deshawndre Washington if Teafale Lenard doesn't show up on campus? Also, Check out strike7sports.com for latest content on Memphis Tigers, Memphis Grizzlies, NFL, NBA content, and much more. Enjoy your Sunday. Be blessed. I'm out. Peace.